I lost my mum in a blitz.
Did you, Reg?
Chapel Street Market, 1941, March.
Well, now, we remember that bomb, don't we, Dad?
It blew all the windows out.
Yes, it did.
We was just round the corner, Penton Street.
Opposite the church.
Oh, yeah? Our flats never got touched. She popped in to see my aunt, went shopping. Gone.
Another cup of tea, Reg.
Sorry to hear that, mate.
That was a lovely spread, Vera. Thank you very much.
Cheers to Hank.
Love everybody you can. Love your kids, love your wife. And then once, just once, try somebody else just because it feels good. Your wife, you know, may be living exactly according to these principles.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Should we stop this? Should we stop?
No,
I never want to stop.
I don't either.
Brought home a present. You right there, princess?
Yeah, I'm fine, you competitive jerk.
He lied to me.
So confront him.
Your husband making passes at my wife. How do you feel about that?
I think she's fantastic.
She is fantastic. She just shouldn't be married to me.
He's giving her a lift home.
Among other things.
Everybody deserves to be happy, right?
Come over.
Maybe you and I should sit down and talk about how long
Terry.
this thing's gonna last.
Let's talk about you and Edith. The little trips you take.
I want to know what you did.
You want details? Oh my God, you like this.
What do you think the difference is between you and us?
Terry loves you.
I looked right in his eyes and I told him I loved him.
That's enough.
Please.
Can I say I'm dedicated? I refuse to let anyone go unloved.
If I didn't love you, I'd have to love somebody else.
Edith!
You shouldn't leave me with Hank like that.
I wonder how we'll get caught.
Mom said you were leaving, and you love Edith.
That's just adult foolishness, okay? You know how much I love you.
Jack, I just wanted to be here with you and get us back and be in this bed in this house, my husband and my kids where I belong.
Welcome to London.
Just be yourself and everyone will love you.
I wish you luck. But the only thing of value in this life is to love and be loved.
Are you trying to steer me towards an indiscretion?
Would you like me to?
But I'm afraid his life is a lonely one. If only he were married.
You know I'd do anything for you.
Now, I have not slaved for 40 years to see you marry a beggar maid.
The girl who came from nothing
I had thought her a mere social climber. I see now she's a mountaineer.
must risk everything.
You have no friends beyond this store.
I cannot let that girl profit from her scheming.
For the one man who really matters.
I've loved you.
And that is your misfortune.
We march in 3 hours.
Do anything brave, will you?
From the acclaimed director of Monsoon Wedding
If you have stolen his last evening from me, I shall never forgive you!
comes a classic tale.
You are a woman who has been cruelly loved.
Co-adapted by the writer of Gosford Park. Reese Witherspoon, James Purefoy, Gabriel Byrne, Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, Romola Gary, Reese Ifans, Bob Hoskins, and Academy Award winner Jim Broadbent. In William Makepeace Thackeray's masterpiece, Vanity Fair.
I think you think that there's this sort of bond between us because of what we went through.
Well, everything means something to someone. Everything happens for a reason.
It was meant to be so special. I brought champagne. I brought a ring. I was going to propose to you.
I love you.
I love you too.
None of us had let go. We could have saved him.
But I let go of the rope. I let go.
If you hadn't, I'd be sitting here without you.
Hello.
Hello, mate. It's Jed from the Balloon. I was wondering whether you'd like to meet up.
Where are you?
I'm in the park across the street.
You know, we've both been through this awful experience.
You've got to stop following me like this. This is getting a bit weird.
Then why is he following you anywhere? And what have you done?
I haven't done anything. Could you just leave me alone?
We must stop meeting like this.
What do you want?
You know what I want.
I don't.
I think you do. Better than you think.
If this is about Claire, we can work it out.
Oh, my God. He's there.
You are such a good person, okay?
What have I done to you? Why are you keeping this up? I can't control my emotions as well as you can. I know this gives you power over me.
You're mad.
I'm just trying to help you, John.
You've started this. You made this happen.
Where are you? Where are you? I'm ready!
Where there's a will, there's a way.
If you ever bother me again, I will gut you like a fish. Do you understand me?
If you should ever leave me, then life would go on, believe me. The world would show nothing to me. God only knows what I'd be. Where'd I be without you?
Have you ever transcended space and time?
Time, not space. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Very, very good!
Albert, what brought you to the philosophical club?
You mean the existential detectives?
What kind of investigation?
Existential.
You'll spy?
Yes.
On me?
Yes.
Will you be spying on me in the bathroom?
Yes.
What are you doing here, Brad?
What?
What? Brad, you're killing me!
Shut up! Shut!
Everything is connected and everything matters. Now, isn't that cool?
Human drama is inevitable. Suffering cannot be diminished.
How am I not myself?
How am I not myself?
Myself.
You don't plant no tree in this parking lot!
How's the sex?
How was the sex?
We're private about our 7 minutes of heaven. 8 minutes of heaven. It's not quality, it's quantity.
Jesus is never mad at us if we live with him in our hearts.
I hate to break it to you, but he is. He most definitely is.
There's glass between us. You can't deal with my infinite nature, can you?
That is so not true. Wait, what does that even mean?
Say this blanket represents all the matter and energy in the universe, okay? This is me, this is you, and over here, this is the Eiffel Tower, right? It's Paris.
Everything is the same, even if it's different.
Exactly, because we are connected.
While we're put in this mess, is anybody's guess. Might be a test, or it might not be anything you need to worry about.
Now.
But if you're still
Very, very good.
in doubt,
Lip sync it.
Hey, doll, like you're way out.
To the beat, Nick.
Hey, sweetie, like you're something else, you know?
See it?
Yeah? Why do you keep that?
Why I keep that? I keep that for my protection. At night I load it.
Really?
Yeah. Too many people breaking in.
I love you, Dad.
Oh, I love you too.
Come on, your phone.
It's great.
You're great.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. There's nobody on the line. There's nobody on the line because it's brand new.
Madame Marion Ferron et Marion Chabot, les époux déclarent la possession de tous leurs vêtements, objets et bijoux personnels, éventuellement reconnus correspondant à Monsieur Ferron, jusqu'à la mesure de concertation de leurs revenus respectifs par rapport. Je prononce donc votre divorce à cette date du 17 février 2003.
Marion, tu veux pas qu'on réessaye?
Mr. Incredible, we need your help.
Showtime.
Honey, come to dinner.
I can't come to dinner. I've got the red. I gotta go. Maybe just a salad. Come on.
Moi, j'aime les vins qui se dégustent en longueur. Soit il est comme ça, il se déguste en largeur, il vous bluffe. C'est les vins modernes. Après, vous le goûtez 3 minutes après, vous dites oui, c'est pas mal. Le bon sens, c'est un peu court. Et moi, ma dégustation, j'aime qu'elle soit en longueur. Le vin n'est... mais droit.
Welcome to this special preview of some of the most exciting films which will form the programme of the 48th Times BFI London Film Festival. It's my privilege to take you through some of the best in filmmaking from around the world in 2004. For this exclusive insight, I'm joined by the woman whose task it is to form the programme for the London Film Festival, the festival's artistic director, Sandra Hebron. Sandra, what do you think are the characteristics of this year's 48th Times BFI London Film Festival?
I think the characteristics this year are in some ways similar to previous years in the sense that obviously the festival is primarily a public event. And so what we like to do is we like to have a programme that's very broad. I mean, certainly broad in terms of the subject matter that we deal with and the content that the films deal with, but also broad in terms of form. So the programme typically has fiction feature films, it has documentaries, it has short films, it has animation. And then alongside all of those things, of course, we have lots of events that involve filmmakers and people whose work we're screening in the festival. So lots of talks and discussions and masterclasses. So it is a very broad programme. Having said that, it's not the kind of programme that just, includes everything. We wouldn't just throw anything into the mix. And I think one of the things that characterises the programme this year is, in a way, it's full of films that are somehow a little bit innovative or original. So even if we're showing a genre film, maybe a film like Manchurian Candidate, there's something happening with the way in which the filmmaker is dealing with the film. And that's one of the things that's become, I think, quite important. I think it relates to the sort of films that people want to see and possibly the kind of films that people don't normally have access to seeing. And that's a very important part of the festival. Much of what we screen in the festival will never have a theatrical or cinema release in this country. So about 2/3 of the work that we screen will screen in the festival, and that's probably people's only opportunity to see it. And so it's important that the festival is making films available that wouldn't be seen otherwise.
How many films do you think you've got gathered together here?
In the programme in total, there are something like 180 feature films and around about 100 short films.
Now, a festival can establish its tone and really sort of establish the rest of the programme on its opening and closing nights, the two bookend films for the festival. What have you chosen for this year, Sandra?
I've chosen two films that look very, very different on the surface for our opening and closing night galas, and it's certainly true that those two films will attract a disproportionate amount of attention, so we do have to get them right. The opening film is a film called Vera Drake, and it's the new film by Mike Leigh. It's a slight shift for Mike because it's a film set in 1950, so he's working in a slightly different period to one that he's looked at before. It's about a woman, Vera Drake, played by Imelda Staunton, who's very much a sort of salt of the earth working class woman devoted to her family. She's always helping people, and one of the ways in which she helps people sees her on the wrong side of the law.
I lost my mum in a blitz.
Did you, Reg?
Chapel Street Market, 1941, March.
Well, now, we remember that bomb, don't we, Dad?
It blew all the windows out.
Yes, it did.
We was just round the corner, Penton Street.
Opposite the church. Oh, yeah. Our flats never got touched. She popped in to see my aunt, went shopping. Gone.
Another cup of tea, Reg?
Sorry to hear that, mate. That was a lovely spread, Vera. Thank you very much.
And what about closing night? What other film bookends the festival?
The closing night gala for the festival is is a film that looks very different to Vera Drake. The closing night film will be I Heart Huckabees, directed by David O. Russell. I Heart Huckabees is completely bonkers. It's about a pair of existential detectives played by Dustin Hoffman and Lily Tomlin, and a young man goes to them seeking for answers. There have been some coincidences taking place in his life that he can't explain, and he goes to them to try and resolve what these coincidences
is the same, even if it's different.
Exactly, because we are connected.
While we're put in this mess, is anybody's guess. Might be a test, or it might not be anything you need to worry about.
Now.
But if you're still
very good.
The galas form some of the highest profile films of the festival. Tell us a bit about those.
Well, the galas this year are a particularly eclectic bunch, I think. So they range from films like House of Flying Daggers, which is the Times Gala, which is a very beautiful Zhang Yimou directed martial arts film. Very spectacular, beautifully choreographed, aesthetically just ravishing, but also a little bit unusual for a martial arts film in that it includes this very emotional love story too.
Takeshi Kaneshiro, Andy Lau, Zhang Ziyi. When passion turns to hate, loyalty becomes betrayal, and truth brings treachery. Love is the deadliest weapon.
So at one end of the spectrum, there are films like House of Flying Daggers, also Vanity Fair, the new Miranaya film, great, very original adaptation of the Thackeray novel. But also in there, there are films like Enduring Love, a very different kind of literary adaptation based on the Ian McEwan novel. And then a couple of films that are new in terms of the sort of galas that the festival has. So this year, for the first time, we'll have a documentary gala, which is a reflection of the fact that, documentary work is now increasingly seen as something that people will go to the cinema to watch. So we'll be screening Mondovino, Jonathan Nossiter's documentary about the wine trade, as our documentary gala. And we're screening a film called Tarnation this year as the Experimenter Gala, made by Jonathan Couette. And it's a film that already has quite a strong buzz and word of mouth attached to it from other festivals where it's screened. It was discovered in Sundance this year, has played in Cannes, and now we're very excited that we're presenting it in London.
Yeah.
Lip sync it.
Hey, girl, like you're way out.
To the beatnik.
Hey, sweetie, like you're something else, you know?
See it?
Yeah? Why do you keep that?
Why I keep that? I keep that for my protection. But at night I load it.
Really?
Yeah. Too many people breaking in.
I love you, Dad.
Oh, I love you too.
My new phone.
It's great.
Isn't it great?
Mm-hmm.
Hello. There's nobody on the line. There's nobody on the line because this is brand new.
It promises to be a very exciting strand for the London Film Festival, the gala screening. Am I right in saying that you could see that the 48th Times BFI London Film Festival was a collection of the other festivals from around the world? If people have been following the festival circuit from Sundance, as you mentioned there, through Berlin, through Cannes, Venice, etc., we get to London, the last of the great film festivals around the world, and people have been anxious to see these films that they've heard about. Well, here they are.
There's certainly a sense of that, and of course when the festival began it was very much a festival of festivals. The first festival 48 years ago had something like 12 films, I think, but they were all films that had screened in either Venice or Cannes or another major international festival. The way that the London Festival has changed over the years has been still to retain some element of that. Also, of course, you know, we do take films that haven't screened in other festivals, but I think it's important that, you know, this is the time in the year where, as you say, you know, there are films that we've all been reading about and wondering about when we were going to see. And certainly when we're selecting for the festival, we begin with festivals like Sundance and Berlin and do take films from those festivals and then follow on. I mean, it's also true that this year there will be films from Venice and Toronto too, the festivals which actually, as we're recording this, have not yet happened, but will have just happened by the time we come to London. So there are certainly some very new titles in there too. Films like Palindromes, the Todd Solondz film.
Please take it off. Maybe you should get under the cover.
Okay.
Do you think about sex a lot?
I don't know. I guess.
I never think about it. I just think about having a baby.
Why?
I don't know. They're cute. I want one.
Okay then. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Here it goes.
One of the great benefits of the Times BFI London Film Festival is its new proximity to the Oscars, and it's become, over in recent years, an even more glamorous staging post on the way to the Oscars, and it helps us here attract talent from around the world. And we've got some very exciting guests planned for the Times Screen Talks. Just run us through some of the stars that we can hope to see.
Well, in terms of those high-profile guests for the Times Screen Talks, at the moment we're expecting to have Kevin Bacon, who's in a film called The Woodsman, which we're screening, Reese Witherspoon, who is the lead in Vanity Fair, and then David O. Russell, who's the director of the closing night film I Heart Huckabees. Of course, there may be one or two more people who sort of confirm closer to the time of the festival. Alongside those, essentially, you know, as you point out, quite sort of starry, high-profile guests, there are also other filmmakers and other guests who'll be doing masterclasses during the festival, which are a little bit more sort of specific to the films that they have in the festival and a little bit more craft-based. So we'll have masterclasses with Jonathan Demme, whose film Manchurian Candidate will be screening, Brad Bird, who's the director-animator of The Incredibles, which is our family gala, and we'll have also masterclasses from a couple of people who are sort of newer talents. Nathan Larson, the composer who worked on The Woodsman and on Palindromes too, and also Tim Orr, who's a really brilliant young cinematographer who works a lot with David Gordon Green, whose film Undertow is screening in the festival, and who also shot a film called Dandelion, which is in our World Cinema section.
There's talent both established and up and coming, and here's the place to discover that. And you can discover their works in the various strands as well that go on outside the higher profile events. The tradition here in London is to proudly focus on British cinema. How is the home nation represented here?
The home nation's represented really across at least 4 of the strands, I guess. So there are obviously British films in the gala section, Enduring Love, and in our sort of high-profile film on the square, where we have films like Millions from Danny Boyle, and also My Summer of Love by Pavel Pawlikowski. We also have a separate section which is specifically devoted to new British cinema, and that's where some of the sort of emerging talents will be featured. So that section this year includes films like A Way of Life and Bullet Boy. both very interesting, looking at contemporary British life, as indeed is Yasmin, another film which we're screening.
What are you reading it for? Put it down, did she leave it for you?
You might find it hard to gain employment with a criminal record.
Shut up, you know.
Kitchen assistant.
Blood, I said shut up, you know.
Maintenance operative.
Hey, Curtis, shut your mouth, man.
McDonald's.
What are you stupid? I said shut your mouth, innit? Pass me the ting.
Manager.
Pass me the ting, innit?
Can I have a cheeseburger, please?
Are you taking the mic? What are you doing? Get up, man. Taking the mic.
McDonald's.
Yeah, you still... Hold on. What's that? Who's changed this on your neck, huh? Is that my chain?
I was only playing.
What other things are you taking from... You know, anyhow. Hey, Curtis! You been going through my teeth? Are you stupid?
Ow, ow!
Huh? Don't touch my things, yeah? Know that, man. Know that. Get up, man. Get up! What's wrong?
You see, bust my lip.
Oh, shut up, man.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, and then next time don't go through my things then, innit? That's what happens.
But alongside that section also includes things like Top Spot, which is the first feature from the artist Tracy Emin. And it's not only British talent as well. We try and absorb the cultural influences of our near neighbours. European cinema is always a particularly well-represented strand here at the London Film Festival. Let's start with France. It's the year of Entente Cordiale, and we always give the French a bit of a platform. Not that they need it, because they're a very buoyant industry in themselves, but not always that the London audience can get to see the best of French cinema. But the festival changes that, doesn't it? When we left the festival this year, we had an incredibly strong body of work to choose from. So we actually have slightly more French films in the festival this year than we might have had, you know, during the past few years.
Madame Marion Ferron et Marion Chabard ne conservent en occasion de tous leurs vêtements, objets et bijoux personnels, éventuellement encore connus correspondant à Monsieur Ferron, jusqu'à de concertation de leurs revenus respectifs par rapport. Je prononce donc votre divorce à cette date du 17 février 2003.
Marion, tu veux pas qu'on réessaye?
And again, they're a mixture of films by some very well-known and established filmmakers. So we have the new Eric Romer film. We have a new film by Robert Guédiguian called My Father is an Engineer. But then there are also, again, those kind of up-and-coming talents. So we have the second film by Eugene Green, whose first film won the Fipresci Award in the festival last year. He returns with a new film called Le Pont des Arts. And we also have a really French film called Osmosis, which is a bit like a kind of French slacker comedy. Again, some things that are quite different from France. And there are a number of the French films which do deal with young people growing up.
And expanding our horizons a little bit out of France, the rest of Europe is very strongly represented too.
Yes, European cinema is very strong this year, and it's nice to see the emergence into the festival of some countries which haven't traditionally been very well represented here.
Sich das Leben zu nehmen. Warum fahren Sie gegen eine Wand?
Wer sagt Ihnen, dass sie mich umbringen wollte?
Es gab keine Bremsspuren.
And then other countries like Spain, we have the most recent film from Carlos Saura, really back on form with a great film called The Seventh Day. Italian cinema, very strong again. It's hard to kind of pick out one or other country as being particularly significant. I think there are strong films across the board from Europe this year.
Na začátku neměli nic. Převlékli se za manažery, nechali postavit falešný hypermarket a všechny oklamali.
Otevřte zábradlí a já se s vámi.
Tisíce lidí uvěřili, že si splní svůj sen. A naši podvodníci dostali strach. Ale nestačili utéct. Český sen je první česká filmová reality show.
Well, Europe can also be set against cinema from the rest of the world. An extraordinary array of talent has been gathered from Asia, from Australia, and sits proudly in the world cinema. Even some American cinema put in world cinema as well. That'll keep them quiet.
There is American cinema both north and south in the world cinema section, because although we include American film in the Film on the Square strand too, you know, some of the kind of smaller and newer talents do come through into world cinema. As you say, very strong on Asian cinema, both East Asian and South Asian cinema. You know, lots of strong films from Japan and Taiwan and Korea. And again, very hard to sort of single out particular countries. I think we all know that Latin American cinema has been particularly strong in the past few years. And again, with films like The Holy Girl and Lost Embrace, it's very much a feature of the programme this year. And so what that means is that every year we do tend to have films from something like 45 or 46 different countries. And as you point out, for many of those films, you know, this will be the only time that they are screened in London. So for audiences who really want to see a film about a particular country or a particular culture, then that's an important thing that the festival does.
¿Vos crees que una vocación puede ser para salvar una sola persona? ¿No es poco? Para nada. Está perfecto.
¿Te presentaron al doctor Jano? Es casado. ¿Por qué no hacer en mi mesa? Y de paso le presento a mi hija, no sé si la conoce.
¡Una mano!
Dios mío.
José, yo creo que ya tengo una misión. ¿Y cómo sabes? ¿Tuviste una señal?
我是刘志。
And people who can't experience culture firsthand, but want to delve back into history, there's the enormous depth and richness of the archives from the BFI that you delve into every year at the film festival. What have you dug out for us this year?
Well, Treasures of the Archive is a fascinating strand, and I think it's important to the programme too, because we concentrate, very much on new work, recent work, but there's a way in which, if you want to understand contemporary cinema, it's quite useful to go back and revisit the past. From the BFI's own archive this year, we have a really fabulous restoration of Renoir's The River.
The river runs, the round world spins, dawn and lamplight, midnight, noon. Sun follows day, night, stars and moon. The day ends, the end begins. I had written this poem for Captain John. It didn't sound like any poem I'd ever read, and I was afraid he wouldn't like it. But I felt alive and curiously powerful, unconcerned if it were good or bad. I wanted to write more and more, everything about the river. I wanted to tell Captain John how people depended on the river spiritually as well as physically. River people and village people.
So within the archive strand, there are films that are incredibly well known, films like On the Waterfront and Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. But there are also some real sort of curiosities and lesser known films. So for instance, there is a restoration this year of a film called Portrait of Jason, which is a documentary film made by Shirley Clarke. And I think people probably, if they're familiar with Shirley Clarke's work, they might be familiar with Cool World. This is another film from her, which is a kind of 1967 quite experimental documentary, not necessarily what one might expect to see in a programme of restorations, but actually it's the beginning of a series of restorations of Shirley Clarke's work, and next year I hope that we'll be screening Cool World in a restoration.
Do you think that the festival, when you look at it as a whole, can sum up the entire year of events in the film world?
I think it's very difficult to do that, and one of the reasons I'm inclined to say that is I know the sheer volume of film that we look at to get to the 180 features that we screen. We look at something like 2,000 plus films, and so obviously we have to make some very hard decisions about what we include and what we exclude. And so, I'm always mindful of the fact that whilst we're curating the programme, we could actually be curating a completely parallel programme alongside it. So I don't think it can ever be truly sort of representative. But I think, in a way, if what we're saying is that we're choosing the very best films that we can, which have some kind of originality and some kind of relevance. I'm very concerned that the programme sort of chimes with what people are kind of interested and sort of keen to watch and keen to know about. So I think we can be kind of relevant, though not necessarily completely representative.
The collection of people that you get at the Times BFI London Film Festival is always quite striking. What can people expect when they come down to see a film that's part of the festival?
It sounds rather trite to say it, but in a way I hope that they will expect the unexpected. And I think one of the things that festivals can do very well is, we do include films that are very familiar, in the sense that people will have either read a lot about them or they'll know about the director. And in a sense, when people come to see those films, then they will know what to expect, and hopefully what they expect and what they will find is, a very fine film, well presented, kind of beautifully projected. There will be, hopefully, an introduction to the film and someone who's been involved in making the film there to introduce it and talk about it afterwards. What, my hope always is that if people come and have that experience, then they might also, take a chance on something in the programme that's less familiar.
finally, what do you do during the festival? Obviously, during the year, you've picked all these things. This is your baby. What do you do in the 2 weeks of the festival? Where can people see you?
They can see me in the cinemas all the time, pretty much. I mean, what I spend a lot of time doing is introducing the films that I've selected and, you know, presenting filmmakers on stage. I also generally like to be around a lot during the festival because there's a sort of curious thing, which is that if you spend 50 weeks of the year programming a festival, you're sort of working in a vacuum. And actually the festival, when the films are screening, that's the only point where you get a sense of whether or not what you've done has been the right thing. And there is a way in which programming a festival is akin to, you know, you read a great book and you want your friends to read it, or, you know, it is that sort of thing about wanting to get a sense of how people are responding. So I actually love the festival, and I feel very strongly that people who work on the festival should enjoy it as much as the people who are coming to it as audience or presenting their films. So, you know, I'm around in the cinemas introducing films, talking to filmmakers, you know, staying up very late at night, and generally having a really good time.
Sandra Hepburn, thank you very much for taking us through very briefly the enormous programme for the Times BFI London Film Festival for this year, 2004. Look forward to seeing you down at the festival. Look forward, of course, to seeing you on opening night, which you can confirm is the Mike Leigh film Vera Drake. It's going to be a great film to kick the festival off. It looks like a splendid festival once again. Sandra Hepburn, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I would like to tell young people, if it was right to be rebellious in '68, it's right to be rebellious today.
You have a good script, you can settle it. You know, you can enjoy it. If you have a bad script, you can't go in here.
My whole involvement as a witness was to get her off death row and to prevent the execution.
When I read the script, I felt so connected with it somehow, or it sort of struck a chord in me, you know?
Like everything that Lars does, it's highly experimental.
If you're an artist, you create work for yourself and then put it out there to have it judged, and that's sort of what you have to do, shut the world out and just focus on what you're doing.
In cinema, it's more about the mise en scène and where you position a shot, where you position a reaction. Once people start making speeches, you're usually in trouble.
I had a complete freedom. I had a final cut. I feel like an independent filmmaker.
Every actor, I think, is in constant search of a role like this.
You know, there's so much mediocre stuff being made now that tries to make everyone like it. It's nice to have a film that kind of divides people.
For rolling coverage of this year's festival, plus interviews with the directors and stars, visit bbc.co.uk/collective.
Once upon a time, a man called Kevin fetched his little girl called Mavis to a place called Barra. And the little girl was lonely and Kevin was sad all the time. Mavis hated Barra and fish and bloody supermarkets. Bloody beans again.
It's been
a while.
That'll be £13.57, please.
Ariadne, Araminta, Miriam, Mariana, Atlanta, Emma, Esmeralda, Alicia, Arabella, Esther, Miranda, Michaela, Melissa, Antonia, Sandra. You've broken my wish.
Oh, my apologies.
Who are you anyway?
I'm a mer princess.
I don't believe in mermaids.
Please yourself. What were you wishing for?
A new name.
What's wrong with the one you've got?
It's Mavis Bootle and I hate it.
My mother used to say, the sweetest maids never hate.
Well, I haven't got a mum. And I hate the way I talk. And I hate this crappy kilt. And I hate all the kids who won't play with me. And I wish everything was different.
I've got 3 wishes in return for a favour.
3?
That's the going rate. Don't you read your fairy tales?
Don't believe in them either.
Oh, there I was thinking I'd found a little girl who could use 3 mermaid wishes. Oh, well.
How many times have I told you not to talk to strangers?
Oh, go on, Dad. Please.
N-O spells no.
Mum would have let me go.
You're not gallivanting off to see a mermaid, and that's final.
I'm allergic to fish.
Basking on a rock with my sisters. We were too near the shore. I fell asleep. When I woke up, it was sunset. My sisters had gone. I wanted to swim away, but my tail had vanished.
How come?
A young sailor had stolen it. I glimpsed him far down on the estuary sand with my beautiful tail slung over his
shoulder. So what did you do?
Well, I gave chase. But I wasn't used to human legs.
Wicked.
Yes, wicked. Without my tail, I've been forced to live in your world. Now it's time to rescue it.
Why?
It's time to die.
Come on now, you'll see us all out.
If a mermaid dies on Earth, she forfeits her soul. I must return to my mer palace under the sea.
If you did, would you be able to go and save a Mum?
Well, that's your Bunyan scene too.
Barnacle, do you mind? Oh, I'm that parched. I want you to rescue my boots.
Boots?
The villain who stole my sealskin tail and made it into boots. Believe in mermaids. Are you still a non-believer?
What would I get for going?
I go and see your mum, and I'd give you 3 wishes to use as you choose.
I might ask for a 4th wish, but you'll probably say no, because all the books say 3's the limit. She says if I get her boots back, she'll go and see Mum when she dies.
Don't you think you're taking this mermaid nonsense a bit far?
Sandra believes. And she's a grown-up. You'd like Sandra. She's pretty.
stolen sealskins. She can always spin a yarn. The truth is, we met at the bingo down the day centre. All that stuff about boots, soles, you've lost me. Mind, she did leave some boots here once. It had been snowing. Took them off to dry. She's, We had a good time that winter. She'd pop back here for a sherry. A couple of sherries. Why are you helping her?
She's gonna give me some wishes.
And you believe her? You tell her to come and see me herself.
But if I...
Mavis. But tell her. I'm sorry we quarreled.
You can use this to part the waves when the tide is high. And that's when you make your wishes.
You'll tell my mum and me said.
Oh, I will. And I'll tell you you're growing up just fine. And you tell Skip I had no choice. It was my time to go. Will you give him this?
Dad, did Mum love me?
More than anyone else in the world.
So why did she die?
She had no choice. The cancer was too strong.
I can hardly remember what Mum looked like.
You grew up. You look just like her.
You won't die too, will you?
Death is nothing at all. I've only slipped away into the next room. I am I, and you are you. Whatever we were to each other, that we still are. Why should I be out of mind because I'm out of sight? I'm waiting for you, just around the corner. All is well.
And as time went by, the wishes came true. Well, sort of. Mavis and Kevin and Sandra all lived happily ever after. And Mavis loved her new baby brother. But the little girl never forgot her strange mer princess, who went back to a coral palace deep below the quiet sea. Gordon? Fred? Freddy?
It might make things easier if you tried to cooperate a little. It is a condition of the job seeker's allowance that you actively seek a job. All right. I want to see you again the same time next week with evidence of any interviews that you have attended. Are you actually seeking a job? There is work out there. You could make something of yourself.
Did you crash or something?
I was just resting.
What's your name?
Mona.
I'm Tamsin. I like your bike. It doesn't appear to have an engine.
It were only a tenner.
Drop by if you're bored. I'm here all summer.
I live above the pub. Just me, my brother, and God.
I won't run this as a pub. I'll run this as a spiritual centre. We're going to bring love to this valley.
Is he completely mad? Yeah.
What are your plans for today?
Manicure, pedicure, full body wax, a vacuum.
You'll see. Apparently I'm a bad influence on people.
He's a very attractive man, your brother.
Has he got a girlfriend?
Who is it?
I think it's your brother.
There's something with that girl going on inside her. I want you to promise me you'll stay away from it.
We must never be parted.
This thing's driving her.
If you leave me, I'll kill you.
He's in this room now. He wants to reach out and touch you.
I love her. She loves me. We're going away together. Forever.
Damn it! What do you want? Well, what do you want? What are you doing?
When it came to holiday spirit,
Look who's here. It's Santa.
I'm on my lunch break, okay?
Willie's never had it.
It's not real.
Well, it was real. I got sick and all my hair fell out.
How'd you get sick?
I loved a woman that wasn't clean.
Mrs. Santa?
No, it was her sister.
Oh, no. But he's gonna get it.
There's something about the guy that makes me uneasy. Maybe there's something I could fire him for.
A man is a sexual being.
Yeah. Put your dukes up. You gotta learn to stand up for yourself.
Oh, no.
Scream at him.
Ah!
Jeez.
He is pathetic.
What's wrong with you? He's just a kid. Oh!
I told you I didn't want to do this. Huh? Oh, good.
This season, the naughtiest guy in town just might discover
Good night, Santa.
how to be nice.
Good night, Mrs. Santa's sister.
Billy Bob Thornton,
Do you like kids?
What do you think? I'm some kind of pervert or something?
I just mean because you're Santa Claus.
Huh.
Get him out of here. What do you mean, get him out of here?
got some lip on you, midget.
Yeah? Well, these lips were on your wife last night.
Bad Santa.
Where's your sleigh?
It's in the shop.
Where's the reindeer?
I stable them.
Where's the stable?
Next to the shop.
How do they sleep?
Are you messing with me?
¿Seguro?
¿Vos crees que una vocación puede ser para salvar una sola persona? No es poco.
Para nada. Está perfecto.
¿Presentaron al doctor Jano?
Es casado.
¿Por qué no será en mi mesa? Y de paso le presento a mi hija, no sé si la conoce.
¡Una mano! Dios mío.
José, yo creo que ya tengo una misión.
¿Y cómo sabes? ¿Tuviste una señal?
Raymond Prentice Shaw,
Listen. This is a coup. This is rich people funding bad science to put a sleeper in the White House.
Among the shareholders in Manchurian Global, you would find former presidents, supposed kings.
Yeah, I get it. They're big. They're huge.
And you bring me rumors and conjecture.
I started with nightmares, rumors, conjectures. That's a giant leap forward. Somebody got into our heads. Neurons got exposed and circuits got rewired. I think you should leave.
What are you doing?
I gotta find out what's gonna happen, where it's gonna happen.
He's delusional.
Watch where you going!
You swore to me that this was fail-safe. No leaks, no glitches. I will do whatever is necessary to protect my son.
We're gonna stop this and take them out. You don't think they factored you in?
Hello, Captain. Do you remember me?
I recognize you.
Oh, did you get Columbia High?
No, not from high school, from TV. Didn't you play the retarded quarterback?
Yeah.
Are you really retarded?
No, I'm not.
Cool. Great job, man. I mean, I thought you were really retarded. You're just as good as that quirky kid, and he's actually retarded. I mean, if there's some sort of, like, retarded Oscar, you would win, like, hands down, kick his ass.
Das sieht so viel schöner aus als vorher.
Okay, wir hören ab.
Ey, Jan, komm, bitte lass uns noch irgendwas Heftigeres machen.
Was?
Ich muss noch ein paar Aggressionen abbauen. Okay, bitte, komm. Bitte.
Ey, wir sind schon viel zu lange hier. Wir müssen gehen.
Ey, Mann, lass uns die Couch in den Pool schmeißen. Ey, ist doch eine geile Idee. Komm, bitte. Ja, los. Als letztes.
Käfer los.
Ich dachte immer, so Leute wie du hassen Kiffer.
Leute wie ich?
Ja, Leute wie du.
Du meinst, ich bin so auf die Welt gekommen?
Nee. Wir glauben, du hattest eine super schwierige Kindheit und keiner hat dich richtig lieb gehabt.
Ich finde es nicht richtig, was ihr macht und wie ihr es macht, aber eure Argumente, die erinnern schon sehr an damals.
Komm schon, erzähl uns deine Geschichte.
Naja, Geschichte haben wir gemacht. 68 war eine wilde Zeit. Ich sah ein bisschen anders aus. Hatte so einen Lockenkopf, abgewetzte Lederjacke, Schlaghosen, immer so eine Mütze. Richtiger Revoluzer.
Das muss wirklich verdammt lang her sein. Was wolltest du vor dem Unfall werden?
Ja, also konkret. Irgendwie wollte ich. Das hört sich total bescheuert an. Irgendwie wollte ich einfach nur wild und frei leben.
Ist nicht bescheuert. Ist doch okay.
Ja, aber das will ja jeder Zweite. Und dann endet es bei irgendwelchen Kompromissen. Ist das so?
Muss nicht sein. Kommt drauf an. Gibt ja auch Leute, die es schaffen. Aber ich habe eine Nachricht für dich, Manager. Die Maschine ist heiß gelaufen. Wir sind nur die Vorboten, aber eure Zeit ist bald vorbei. Diese ganze Scheiß-Technik hat euch bequem gemacht, aber die anderen, die haben die Wut. Die Wut von irgendwelchen Kindern, die in dreckigen Slums rumsitzen und amerikanische Actionfilme gucken. Und das ist nur die eine Seite. Was ist denn hier? Die Zahl der psychischen Krankheiten steigt nach oben. Immer mehr Serienkiller. Zerstörte Seelen, sinnlose Gewalt. Die könnt ihr irgendwann nicht mehr mit Game-Shows und Shopping betäuben. Und die Antidepressiva werden irgendwann auch nicht mehr wirken. Die Leute haben einfach keinen Bock mehr auf euer Scheißsystem.
Weißt du, ich habe gedacht, mit dem Geld kommt die Freiheit. Das Gegenteil ist der Fall. Du wirst erdrückt von Verantwortung. Fühle mich manchmal wie im Knast.
Hör auf zu jammern, ey. 3 Millionen Jahresgehalt ist doch Schmerzensgeld genug, oder?
Ich kann da gar nichts anfangen mit dem Geld.
Da gibt's auch denen, die es brauchen. Weißt du, mit deinem Jahresgehalt könntest du 1000 Menschen vor Verhungern retten. Das klingt plakativ, es ist aber so.
Das kann ich machen. Aber nur einmal.
Mach's doch.
Das Rebellieren ist halt schwieriger geworden. Früher brauchst du nur zu kiffen und lange Haare zu haben und das Establishment war automatisch gegen dich. Was früher subversiv war, kannst du heute im Laden kaufen. Che Guevara-T-Shirts, ne? Anarcho-Sticker.
Ja, genau. Und deswegen gibt es auch überhaupt gar keine Jugendbewegung mehr. Weil alle haben das Gefühl, das war doch schon mal da. Das haben vor uns andere versucht, das hat nicht funktioniert. Und warum soll es jetzt plötzlich bei uns klappen?
Ja, aber weißt du, bei den ganzen Revolutionen, die es gegeben hat, klar ist da im Einzelnen, hat es vielleicht nicht funktioniert, aber das Wichtige ist doch, dass die besten Ideen überlebt haben. Und genauso ist das bei privaten Revolten auch. Das, was davon gut ist und das, was davon in dir überlebt, das macht dich stärker.
Mhm.
Oui, 11 ans, mais excisé.
e dun yi tuki jɔ ko wale den bolo tuko mun na dɔgɔtɔrɔmuso tu o ye ne kɔnɔ fara yan fo yan a fɔ a fɔ a fɔ a fɔ a fɔ.
Girls only want boyfriends who have great skills. You know, like nunchuck skills, bow hunting skills, computer hacking skills.
How was school?
Worst day of my life? What do you think? Idiot. What kind of bike do you have?
It's a sledgehammer.
Dang. You ever take it off any sweet jumps?
What are you drawing?
A liger.
What's a liger?
It's my favorite animal. It's like a lion and a tiger mixed.
Why are you so sweaty?
I've been practicing some dance moves. Is Trisha here?
Who's that in my driveway?
That's my ride.
So, how are you adjusting?
I'm adjusting okay.
And your new apartment?
Apartment's okay.
How's the job?
The job's okay.
Jesus Christ, man, it's good to see you. You look good. Damn good, considering you're an old man now.
Feels like the whole world's gotten younger. You know, you're the only member of the family still speaking to me.
So what'd he do? Drugs, armed robbery, manslaughter.
I used to think you were shy, but now I think it's something else.
You know, talking to you is like riding on a merry-go-round.
That's a marvelous image, Walter, because by going in circles, we find things we missed the first time around.
What's the worst thing you ever did?
I keep away from him. He's damaged goods. Real damage.
Where's Walter?
You need to make sure that you're being a good boy, Walter.
Walter, what did you do?
People have the right to know.
Mind your business, Mary Kay.
Where are you going?
What's going on here? Throw you out that window right now. Think somebody's gonna miss you? I'll kill you.
Hey!
I'm not a monster.
I keep away from him.
What?
The new guy? I keep away from him if I were you.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
He's damaged goods. Real damage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mary Kay, I think I do. Thanks a bunch for the advice.
Suit yourself.
Waller. Cop. Oh. Sergeant Lucas. Yeah. Mind if I come in?
You are in.
Yeah, I am. But I always like to ask, it's force of habit. You don't mind if I look around, do you?
I would.
What, you got something to hide?
Doesn't everybody?
I could get a search warrant.
Yeah, if you could get a search warrant, you would have brought one today.
Is this cherry?
Yeah.
It's a little unusual design for a contemporary piece, but
It's 300 feet. Law says I can't come within 300 feet, right?
Walter, 2 nights ago, a 10-year-old girl got attacked not far from here. That's a bit of a coincidence, don't you think?
What time did it happen?
I'll ask the questions.
Well, if you told me what time it happened, maybe I could clear
Get your
up.
hands out of your fucking pockets! Sit down. I know every fucking move you make. Every goddamn step. When you sleep, when you eat, when you shit, when you jack off. When you're sitting there by the window, you're watching the little girls in their cotton white dresses, and you're sitting there by your little jack-off bench, and you're jacking off. You sure you cock the little girls and you're jacking off?
You can't talk to me like...
Like what? Like a piece of shit? That's what you are to me, a piece of shit. I could throw you out that window right now. Think somebody's gonna miss you? Could say you jumped when I came in. Who do you think they're gonna believe, me or you? You just be a dead piece of shit. We need to make sure that you're being a good boy, Walter. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Have a good day. Nice table.
Now, don't get upset.
Hobie, I think you should know that Steve and I have become attracted to one another.
You have? If you punch me in the nose now, I'd understand.
He came here to be with me while I told you. You have to admit, things have been running out of steam between us. I just try to understand.
I do.
I think we've been drifting. Wait, you do understand?
I do. Most definitely. You're having an affair with Steve Walsh. He's wonderful. He's clever. He's smart. He's fabulously wealthy.
Look at me. I'm fat. I can't lose any weight. I think I need another drink.
Alcohol's fattening.
Can you make it with vodka?
Plus an empty stomach with pills?
No, vodka's not fattening. I just need something to calm me down, just to make me feel a little more confident. I've got these goddamn circles under my eyes.
You're fine.
That's easy for you to say, Laura, because you're still beautiful. But just look at me. I feel like I'm running on empty. I don't want to go. Really, honestly, I don't want to go to this thing.
Come on, it's just a little party with friends.
How did I wind up desperate? Because that's what I am. Laurel, there's no other word. You're a catch, Melinda, for the right man. You really are. Falling in love is going to work wonders for you.
いいですかちょっと皆さん。
これね、無理して全部食べたことあるよ。
新しいうちに引っ越してきたので、もう一回この家のルールを説明します。約束をしましょう。
はい。
いいですか？
何個あるの？
まずね、大きい声で騒がない。できますか？
できる。
はい、それからお外に出ない。
わかる。
できる？ベランダもダメだよ。
はい。
ねえ。これ守れますか？
は
できますか？そこのしげっち。もう君が一番約束しなければいけません。いいですか？絶対外に出ない。できる？できるっちょ？っていうかもう
あげてない。
そうだよ。前のお部屋だってね、しげるが騒ぐからお引っ越しなくちゃならなくなったでしょ。ね、だからせっかくいいお家が決まったので今度は絶対守る。できる？
じゃあ京子は洗濯するときどうする？
そっか、洗濯するときはしょうがない。それはじゃあ京子ちゃんだけお洗濯のときだけこっそり出ましょうね。その時についていかないしげるね。で、あきらはもう全然わかってるけど、お母さん遅い時とかあるのでみんなの面倒を見てください。大丈夫だよね。あと勉強して。バイ。
Là? Rien. Là?
Rien.
Là?
Rien.
Là?
Rien.
Finland.
That's what?
Finland. Finland.
Finland?
Finland.
Là?
Rien.
Rien.
Là?
Rien.
Là?
Rien.
Là?
Rien.
Rien.
Là?
Rien.
Là?
Rien.
Rien.
Monsieur. Monsieur, un renseignement s'il vous plaît. Excusez-moi de vous déranger. Pourri sans cœur, hein. T'as jamais eu faim, t'as jamais eu froid.
Mais lâche-moi!
Fumier,
Lâche-moi!
hein. Tu m'as la donné ta thune, hein. Tu m'as donné ta thune. Fumier, voilà.
Au secours!
Dicen que el tiempo lo cura todo. No lo sé. Por extraño que parezca, todo empezó como una historia de amor.
Es por culpa de una hembra que me estoy volviendo loco. No puedo vivir sin ella, pero con ella tampoco.
¿Y si te toca? Pues le toco.
¡La mano se quema!
En los pueblos se cuentan muchas cosas. Y muchas cosas se callan.
Nos queman a la madre y encima nos echan del pueblo.
En un pueblo pequeño nada se olvida.
¿A que no sabéis lo que han dicho por la radio? Que Jerónimo Fuentes se murió ayer en la cárcel.
Hombre, muerto el perro se acabó la rabia, ¿no?
Pero quedan los otros y son igual de bestias. Han tenido el coraje de enterrarlo aquí.
¿Quién habrá hecho eso?
Solo te digo que en este pueblo hay más de lo que se cuenta.
Si no eres capaz de matar a los que te hacen daño, entonces no vales nada.
Pero yo lo vi todo. El pueblo entero lo vio. Pero luego en el juicio se callaron como putas.
Va a ser hoy.
¡Ya vienen, ya vienen! ¡Los lobos! ¡Que vienen los lobos!
Tranquilo,
Dejaron detrás 9 muertos y 12 heridos. Algunos volvieron a andar. Algunos no se recuperarán nunca.
¡Madre! ¡Quita, Ángela! ¡No tengo! ¡Fuera! ¡Fuera! ¡Venga! ¡Luciana! ¡Rosalba! ¡Afuera! ¡Fuera! ¡Venga! ¡Venga! ¡Fuera! ¡La madre se quema! ¡La madre está dentro! ¡La madre se quema! ¡Ay, tío, ella! ¡La Jiménez! ¡Ay, tío, la Jiménez! Rocío, ay mi Rocío, manojito de claveles, capullito florecido, de pensar en tus quereres voy a perder el sentido, porque te quiero mi vida, como nadie te ha querido, Rocío, ay mi Rocío.
¿Te has enterado?
¿De qué?
Ayer se murió Jerónimo en la cárcel. Se murió de loco. Eso es lo que me han dicho. Ya se ha acabado.
Todavía no, José. Todavía no.
Hombre, muerto el perro se acabó la rabia, ¿no?
Ojalá. Pero quedan los otros y son igual de bestias. Les corre a todos la misma mala sangre por las venas. Y no van a olvidar lo de su madre.
Pero me cago en la vieja y me cago en todos ellos. Coño, ya tuvieron su juicio.
José, ya sabes que a ellos les importa un rábano, la justicia, la ley y Dios mismo. Para ellos somos culpables.
¿Culpables? Mataron a mi hermano, casi me matan a mí, hijos de puta. Tenían que haberse quemado todos ya.
José, las niñas.
Las niñas están dormidas.
Ya está contigo, madre.
Pobrecito.
Me cago en la mala sangre y me cago en todo este pueblo. No vamos a quedar de ni uno.
Mátalo, te he dicho. ¡Que lo mates, coño! ¡Mátalo!
Patio de las monjas de la caridad, donde hasta la fuente llora silenciosa la canción amarga de su soledad. Regando las flores hay una monjita que como ella tiene carita.
¿Eso es lo que tú eres? ¿Nada? Pues un bicho como este casi te dejo tuerto. Si no eres capaz de matar a los que te hacen daño, entonces no vales nada.
No es eso, hermana. No es eso.
La luna rosa de plata, el patio baña de luz, mas ya no suena la copla de aquel mocito
Nada.
¿Y esta qué quiere? Joder, ya te lo he dicho, que le cuentes lo del incendio. No. Lo del incendio no. ¿Por qué?
Quiero saber qué pasó.
No quiere saberlo. Venga, hombre, que un trato es un trato. No le va a gustar. Eso ya se lo he dicho yo.
Dime, niña. Tú sabrás que yo soy el hijo de mi padre y su hermana. Entonces, sabrás que mi madre es mi tía. Y que en vez de 2 abuelas, solo tengo una. Y con todo este lío, tú dirás, ¿qué coño puede saber el tonto? No, normal.
Pero yo lo vi todo. El pueblo entero lo vio. Pero luego en el juicio se callaron como putas. Indicios de criminalidad, dijo el juez. Joder, si encontraron un bidón de gasolina dentro de la casa.
Ya has visto los días, Antonio. Y las noches. Y es todo lo mismo. Y no es nada.
¿Qué es lo que quieres de mí, Luciana?
Que tengas los santos huevos para sacarnos de aquí.
De aquí no se sale.
Sí se sale.
Ya lo tengo yo todo pensado. Lo que hace falta aquí son 2 buenas escopetas.
¿Y Emilio?
Emilio viene conmigo. Donde yo vaya.
¿Qué pasa?
Me voy.
¿Cómo que te vas? ¿Dónde?
No lo sé, cualquier sitio.
¿Pero cuándo?
Ahora.
¿Por qué?
Porque este pueblo es un pueblo de mierda.
¿Pero qué ha pasado? ¿Por qué no te esperas un momento y me lo cuentas?
No, si me espero no me voy. Cuando te vas, te vas. Y punto. No hay otra manera.
¿Y cuándo vas a volver?
No voy a volver nunca.
¿Y yo qué?
No sé. Isabel, tú tienes los tuyos. Tú vas a estar bien.
Pero yo te quiero a ti.
Ya, pero es que yo no quiero que me quiera nadie. Me va mejor así.
Llévame contigo.
No, no puede ser.
¿Por qué no puede ser?
Porque solo tengo un casco.
¿Y esto?
Esto es para ti. Te traerá suerte.
Mira, pon los 3 bandas. Yo no quiero. Sube la música, anda.
¡Ya vienen! ¡Ya vienen, ya vienen!
¿Este qué?
¡Los lobos!
¡Ya, chala!
¡Lobos!
Muy tonto por mí. Y luego...
Yo también quiero bailar.
Ich hoffe, meine Schwester ist schon da. Ja, das hoffe ich auch.
Hilde?
Was soll der denn hier?
Tag, Hilde.
Das ist Paul. Ihr kennt euch eigentlich.
Hat sie einen Freund? Hilde mag dich. Glaub mir.
Warum fallt ihr eigentlich immer alle auf die Reihen?
Willst du das wirklich tun? Jemand aus Eifersucht umbringen?
Wenn ich den Menschen lieben würde, ja. Liebe Nachwelt. Hiermit informieren Paul Kranz und Günther Scheller, Liebe ist der einzige Grund, für den wir zu sterben bereit sind.
Das ist kein Spielzeug, Django. Vielleicht ist es so, dass jeder Mensch nur einmal im Leben wirklich richtig glücklich ist.
Ich glaube, am besten ist es, wenn du dich im richtigen Moment verabschiedest. Und zwar dann, wenn du am glücklichsten bist.
Essen ist fertig!
Wenn man jetzt die Zeit anhalten könnte. Genau jetzt. In diesem Moment. Ist doch alles gut jetzt. Ist doch alles da.
Lass uns verschwinden von hier. Sie verstehen nichts.
Ist das Wasser?
Ist Hilde schon wach?
Die ist in die Stadt gefahren. Kommt heute Abend wieder. Außerdem hat sie was dagelassen für dich.
Jetzt gib schon. Jetzt gib schon.
Dieses Buch trägt die Ergüsse deiner Seele. Mein Sohn, du bist poetisch angehaucht. Zwar sind die Reime ohne Fehle, doch die Gedanken sind in Finsternis getaucht.
Auch scheint es mir, da du noch jung an Jahren, dass dein Erleben in der Liebe nur erträumt. Ich fürchte, du bist darin noch reichlich unerfahren. Beeile dich, du hast schon viel versäumt.
Ein Mädel wird sich schön bedanken, wenn deine Glut nur aus Gedichten spricht. Was nützt die Liebe in Gedanken? Kommt die Gelegenheit, dann kannst du es nicht.
Doch ist das noch kein Grund, sich zu erschießen. Die Kugel spare dir zu anderem Zweck. Auch würden viele Tränen fließen. Das lohnt sich nicht. Für solchen Dreck.
Guck mal, ich finde es ziemlich eindeutig. Die schreibt doch, kommt die Gelegenheit, dann bringst du es nicht.
Dann kannst du es nicht.
Vielleicht hat sie auch gemerkt, dass du noch Jungfrau bist.
Hat sie einen Freund?
Ich hoffe nicht.
Warum ist sie dann heute in die Stadt gefahren?
Weil sie genau weiß, wie sie dich heiß macht, dass du hier den ganzen Tag auf sie wartest. Weil sie außerdem will, dass du auf Knien nach Berlin robbst, nur um eine Sekunde bei ihr zu sein.
Ich spinnt doch.
Hilde mag dich. Glaub mir, die hat ein Faible für Proleten.
Hey, Schweinebacke!
Gerade Suppe, Kasper?
Ich dachte schon, du tauchst überhaupt nicht mehr auf.
10 Minuten, ja? Wo warst du gestern Abend?
Das wüsstest du ja gerne.
Mhm. Heute kommst du jedenfalls nicht so einfach davon. Ich komme heute Nacht zu euch.
Das geht nicht. Ich muss zurück nach Manu. Ich hab's Günther versprochen.
Jetzt sind deine Eltern endlich mal nicht da. Und ein eifersüchtiger Bruder. Und dann kannst du nicht. Heute Nacht bleib ich bei dir.
Ich mein's ernst.
Ich auch. Vielleicht ist es so, dass jeder Mensch nur einmal im Leben wirklich richtig glücklich ist. Einmal.
Liebe Nachwelt, hiermit legen wir die Statuten eines Selbstmörderclubs fest. Mitglieder sind Paul Kranz und Günther Scheller. Erstens, der Name dieses Selbstmörderclubs ist Fehu. Zweitens, Liebe ist der einzige Grund, für den wir zu sterben bereit sind. Drittens, Liebe ist der einzige Grund, für den wir töten würden. Wir verpflichten uns daher, unser Leben in dem Augenblick zu beenden, an dem wir keine Liebe mehr empfinden. Und wir werden all diejenigen mit in den Tod nehmen, die uns unserer Liebe beraubt haben.
Nicht schlecht.
Ich bin mir.
Hey! Jetzt hört mal mit dem scheiß Geballer auf, ihr Blitzpiepen.
Der soll mal andere Musik auflegen, wenn ich bitten
Nicht
darf.
saufen, sondern die Flaschen aufmachen.
Wozu machen die sie denn dann auf? Bitte auf!
Pass mal auf, Jungs.
Na komm schon. Feigling.
Das war doch nur Spaß.
Ist doch gar nichts passiert.
Das ist kein Spielzeug, Django. Wenn einer von uns heute Nacht soweit ist, wenn er richtig glücklich ist, dann kann er gehen. Und die anderen helfen ihm dabei.
Warum, wenn er glücklich ist?
Warum?
Was wollen wir denn trinken?
Paul. Probier das mal.
Auf die Schönheit der Jugend.
Auf uns. Na, Hähnchen? Noch nicht im Bett?
Wie kommst denn du hierher?
Mit dem Zeppelin. Sag mal, kennt ihr euch eigentlich?
Guck sowas.
Warum fallt ihr eigentlich immer alle auf die rein? Ich würde mit dir schlafen. Da hinten im Wald.
Hiermit informieren Paul Kranz und Günther Scheller über den Verlauf der Tat, um jeden Irrtum auszuschließen. In dieser Nacht werden wir Rache nehmen. Rache an den beiden Menschen, die wir lieben und die uns um unsere Liebe betrogen haben. Dann werden wir, Günther und ich, lächelnd aus dem Leben scheiden. Das ist die volle Wahrheit.
Liebes Weltall. Ein einziges Stück des Organismus vergeht. Sei nicht böse darüber. Du wirst das Verglühen einer Zelle kaum als Verlust empfinden. Die Zeit rollt weiter. Was bedeutet so ein bisschen Leben? Ein kurzer, aufleuchtender Schein in der Welt. Dann Staub und Asche.
Løsland. Lad være med det der. Lad dog være. Svends. Skal jeg køre? Nej.
Det er så røvsygt, du skal afsted, altså.
Så har du hele huset for dig selv. Så kan du rode lige så meget, du vil.
Kan vi ikke bare blive hjemme?
Der er nu præcis 14 timer til, vi rejser. Det her det er det sidste, jeg kommer til at sige til jer på dansk grund. Jeg ved, at der er nogen af jer, der ikke har været der før, som er nervøse for, hvad der venter jer. Og til det vil jeg bare sige, I kommer ikke til at møde noget, I ikke træne til.
Klokken 9.37 dansk tid styrte en af vores troppetransporter ned. Der var 9 mand ombord. En af dem var Michael Lundberg. Alle de ombordværende omkom. Det gør mig ondt.
Michael er død.
Hvad står du sidst, siger mig?
Nu har jeg bare ingenting. Forstår du det?
Du har ikke været loftet i syltøj, så er den klar, når den kommer ned.
Jeg tror, du var sådan en dum svin.
Jeg har også bare synes, du altid har været en røvsyg småbrud i møglæb.
Det er bare, fordi vi savner Michael. Jeg har ikke mærket det. Tror du ikke, man kunne mærke det, hvis han var død?
Michael, han er sgu da ikke røde banker, vel? Han er ikke dokket uskyldige mennesker oven i hovedet for at få dem til at udlære pengene hurtigt nok.
Hvad ved du om det? Jeg vil vide, hvad det var, der skete, mens du var væk.
Har du været sammen med hende?
Hvad er der sker der? Hvad fanden er det for noget?
Ligegyldigt, hvad du har gjort eller ikke gjort, så vil jeg altid elske dig. Muy bien. A ver, más juntitos los dos. Muy bien. La señora lo toma del brazo al caballero. Muy bien, así el caballero un poquito más abajo. Ahí, perfecto. Una sonrisita. Digan whisky.
Whisky.
Muy lindo.
¡Dale, culaca! ¡Vamos! ¡Estás bien! ¡Vamos, vamos! ¡Arreglate ese pelito, maricón! ¿Por qué no vas a ver Jordano, putito? ¡Vamos! ¡Esa huevo ahí!
Puta madre, gol de Colón.
Sí, ¿qué le va a hacer, amigo? ¿Cómo va Colón?
Nos llevan 3 puntos.
Ah, gracias. Che, Jacobo, ese catálogo que tenés en el baño está un poco viejo. Yo esas máquinas las cambié hace tiempo. Me quedé con una sola porque son muy buenas, son italianas, pero ya están un poco...
Perdone, ¿quién es el línea? Barceló. Ah, el que nos hizo contra Rampla. Sí, que nos mató con aquel penal. Ah, sí, ya me acuerdo, Flor de Nene.
No, porque si estás pensando en remodelar la fábrica, yo te podría ayudar. Además podríamos traer las medias de allá, que son más baratas y las vendemos acá. Son un buen producto, vos ya las viste. Tengo aquí una más para dejarte, si vos querés, como para llevarle a los clientes.
¡Cabrón! ¡La puta madre que te parió! ¿Por qué no te metés la bandera en el orto, hijo de puta?
Con esto te podés comprar una máquina nueva para la fábrica, ¿no? Unas máquinas italianas.
Un aplauso para Francisca de Montevideo. Qué orgullo para la familia, ¿eh? Y bueno, seguimos acá, seguimos recorriendo éxitos para todo el mundo. Y bueno, a ver si se acuerdan de este y les gusta, ¿eh?
Germán me prometió que hoy iba a cantar. ¿Sabías que cantaba?
No. Cantar, lo que se dice cantar, pero allá vamos a un karaoke con Loara, la menor, y de vez en cuando me animo.
¿Y ahora te animás?
Bueno, me da un poco de vergüenza, la verdad.
Hoy corté una flor y llovía, esperando a mi amor y llovía. Presurosa la gente pasaba, corría y desierta quedó la ciudad pues llovía. Yo me puse a pensar tantas cosas bonitas, como el día en la playa cuando te conocía. Cómo jugaba el viento con tu pelo de niña. Ay, qué suerte, tu mirada y la mía. Cuando llegue mi amor, le diré tantas cosas, o quizás simplemente le regale una rosa. Porque yo corté una flor, esperando a mi amor. Que me alegre tu canto, que me alegre tu risa, que se alegre el silencio, tu mirada en la mía. Cuando llegue mi amor, le diré tantas cosas, o quizás simplemente le regale una rosa. Seguramente lo mejor es la rosa. Nos iremos charlando, nos iremos besando por las calles vacías. Sí, lo mejor es la rosa. Sí.
เนี่ยวันนั้นที่พี่ให้เทปเพลงแคสไปอ่ะพี่เหลือไม่ให้หัวใจไปด้วย วันนี้เอาไปเลยนะอ่ะพี่ส่งละได้รับยัง
กำลังรับอยู่ รู้สึกได้เลยเนี่ย
ขอนั่งหน่อยนะ อยากได้ดอกไม้ไหมป้าขายดอกไม้อยู่ที่บนบ่อนั่น
ให้ฟรีก็เอาป้า
โถ่เอ้ย คิดจะได้จะทำบุญน่ะก็ต้องลงทุน คิดจะมัดใจคนก็ต้องลงทุน
แหมป้าคารมจังเลยนะ
โอ้ยเนี่ยนะ ป้ามาอยู่ที่นี่กับผัวป้านะเมื่อ30 ปีก่อนนู้นนะตั้งแต่ยังไม่มีถนนเลยมีแต่ป่าแล้วก็ค่ายป่าเนี่ย
โรแมนติกจังเลยอยู่ในป่า2 คนป้า
โรแมนติกกับมาลาเรียนะสินี่ป้าจะเล่าอะไรให้ฟังนะ มีชาวนา2 คนเข้ามาในป่า